Lena's going to blow her nose, and then wash your hands, hopefully. Maybe not. And at that point, here's how you wash hands. At that point, we then boil water is the first piece, right, Lena?
Right.
How much water do you need to boil?
A kettle.
A kettle, meaning approximately 1.5 liters, 1.7 liters, which is the equivalent of, who the hell knows, 1.5 quart.
Okay. Shoot. First thing.
Go, man.
Oat bran.
Why oat bran? How much?
About 2 deciliter.
Okay. So we need a deciliter measure for this operation. And how?
And we do rye flakes.
Wait, hold on a second. Why do you use oat bran?
Because it's healthy. I'm not going to say why. I'm just going to
Oat bran is soluble fiber.
Okay. About a deciliter of rye flakes.
Precise as usual. And rye flakes because?
Rye flakes because it gives a crunch and it's good for you.
Excellent.
And now salt.
Okay.
1.5 tablespoon of salt.
That's a tablespoon.
That's a tablespoon, and this is a 1/2 tablespoon.
1.5 tablespoons of salt.
Yeah. And we've done the normal.
Rye flakes, but there's also spelt flakes if you want to use.
No, I don't want to use that. Then flax.
Okay, flax is the magic ingredient.
Now we pour enough in to this machine that we can grind it, which is about
No, that's too
this
much.
much.
That's
No,
too much.
it's going to work.
It gets, the machine can get stuck though.
And we grind that.
And you grind it because the whole flaxseed can get stuck in the intestines.
And in the teeth. But I
And
kind
your
of like
teeth.
whole, so I pour a little bit.
That's
of
not a
whole.
good. That's not a good idea, Lena.
Yeah, I like whole flaxseed because
It's not healthy.
Okay. Now,
This is how the machine gets stuck. And you shouldn't do this with the plug-in because then if
Why not?
did you get all out?
yeah.
Because don't ever put your finger in the
No,
machine
not.
when it's plugged in.
Okay. Now.
So wait a second. Just
Yeah.
stop for a second. How much flax did you put in? Because someone sometimes needs a measurement. What was that deciliter wise?
I don't know. Probably a deciliter and a half.
Okay,
I
at
don't
least.
know.
But you need to be a little more precise if you're trying to help someone else.
Right. I would say 2 deciliter.
Try to
flaxseed
be
would
helpful.
good. 2 deciliter.
I just want to know one thing. What are the spots on your shirt
Water.
already?
Water. Okay, now the rye meal. I do heaping deciliter. I
Okay.
do 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's rye meal. And then I do bread flour. 2.
2 heaping.
2 heaping.
This could explain why the bread's different each time.
Good. Now I mix it. These are all the dry ingredients. Mix it real well. And then all I do is to pour boiling water.
Why don't you put the seasonings in now?
I don't know why. I think the boiling water kind of ruins the seasoning. I think it's stronger if you don't put it in now. But I don't know. Maybe you can. I've never done that. Actually, when I have orange rind, I put it in now because I think it's good to pour boiling water.
And what about vinegar?
Good point. I should put vinegar in. That's right. I forgot about that.
And the vinegar you put in because?
With a rye meal, if you put a tablespoon of vinegar in,
I can
with
see a
the
precise
boiling
measurement
water.
coming up here.
It brings out the flavor of the rye meal better. So the times I remember it's
The
good.
sourness.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter what kind of vinegar. The
No,
cheaper,
this
the
is-
better.
Yeah. So it's
So
about
this is just plain old toilet cleaning white vinegar.
yes, distilled white vinegar.
And you put in about a tablespoon?
Yeah. It doesn't really make a difference. 1/2 too.
But essentially, the vinegar is the equivalent of a sourdough.
No. Sourdough?
The sour flavor. Vinegar makes it sour.
It brings out the flavor of the rye.
Okay, that's what you say. All right.
Okay.
I think it's a question of getting some sour flavor. I don't think it has any other benefit.
No,
And I
think
think
it has
it's the
some
same thing. The reason that you're putting the boiling water over the grain is what?
It's also to bring out the rye flavor, the rye flour's flavor.
So
and
you
to
call-
make it moist, I think.
You call bringing it out. I would say it just creates a sour flavor.
Okay, so when I have the vinegar, I pour the water into the vinegar first.
To dilute it.
Dilute it, and then
Lovely.
It should have the consistency of what's great?
A very loose bowel movement.
No, what? How would you say it?
Cereal.
Cereal.
Oatmeal, like
Cooked cereal.
cooked cereal.
And it's important you get it, the water down in the bottom, because otherwise the flour, you have a bunch of dry flour on the bottom.
What's the HIV contribution from the thumb? Plastic gloves are optional.
You see, the dry flour is still in the bottom there,
Yeah.
so you have to get the hot water down there.
So the reality is you're going for texture, not measure, because your measurements were so
Definitely
imprecise
not
in the
measure.
first place.
I don't believe in measure.
Excellent. My kind of girl.
Somebody else can do that. Okay, so this is good.
Do you
This is
think
the
you could do it with
consistency
your
you want.
eyes shut just by the sound?
Probably. Okay, so this is what you want. Kind of wet, gooey.
Right. But no puddles of
No
liquid.
puddles. There won't be.
All of it
Everything gets
absorbed.
soaked up. Right. And you have to do it kind of fast.
Because
Otherwise I think you add too much water, because you can add more water and get absorbed, more and more get absorbed. So
Okay.
you have to do it, you have to work quickly. And it was actually almost empty now. So.
and the truth is you can adjust the liquid, because in the second stage of preparation you could add more liquid if you needed to.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, you could, because you're going to add
You're
it to
gonna
the
add
yeast, so
yeast, okay.
don't give me lies.
Now
Now you're
just
covering just with
seal
saran
it,
wrap. I can see
saran
it
wrap.
tightly sealed with the
And-
wood spoon sticking
Yeah.
out. I see an air pocket here underneath the wood spoon. Maybe you take the spoon
No,
out?
no.
Oh, okay. So
Okay, let it
almost
sit.
sealed. And
no,
let
it
it
doesn't have to
sit.
be sealed. It doesn't have to be sealed.
It would probably help.
No.
But for how long is this going to sit?
Until tonight, around 5 o'clock. And it's 10
So it's
now.
approximately 7 or 8 hours you want to have
Yeah.
it sit.
That's it.
Okay, and we'll resume later.
Exactly. See you later.